Hello, everyone, and welcome to Isms by Josie. This is my temporary recording room. As you may all know, I just got a new apartment. There's nothing in here. I've been roughing it while I started a new job. Um, so I'm in my PJs because it's actually like soon my bedtime. Not like by choice. It's just I know I'm not going to make it. Plus, it's comfortable. So, this is what is happening right now. So, apologies if I'm not all up, looking fly for New Year's Eve. But anyway, people should be going out. So, I think this is appropriate in my book. So, anyway, it's the holidays, and I always want to do a video just to say my personal thanks to all the viewers out there and to my subscribers. It's been, such a short and quick journey from, just about like 4 months ago or something like that. But what started as just being something to kind of like keep me sane after a rough year like everyone else has been having, is now becoming like my new best friend. As we are all not like normally socializing like we used to. I mean, and I don't even know why I'm saying that because as I've been living in New York City, I've been going out less and less as I do my normal commute and deal with people that I don't, and no disrespect for New Yorkers out there, I just don't like their state of mind. I don't think that I've been very lucky meeting the right New Yorker to where I've made a friend here. So, I mean, I haven't. So, I'm glad to be back in New Jersey, and this is definitely a sweet end to a rough 2020. So, there are a few things that I just want to touch base on before we talk about the new year and some craziness that happened last night. But yeah, so this past 2020, how I dealt with it is probably not even like a chip from how many of you have been dealing with it. I luckily just happened to be unemployed, and I was laid off when the pandemic hit, and I'm a worker. So it was just definitely eating at me. Like I like, as a powerful woman to just be able to provide for my family, or my household at the time because I wasn't married. But it was definitely like devastating for me to just not even know when I was even gonna find another job because honestly I was looking before the thing even hit because I was just frustrated with where I was working and not being able to do what I was asked to do and kind of being forced to you know I was promoted out of what I normally do, and if you're gonna do that for me then you have to like let me do that. You can't backtrack me and get me to do everything else I used to do because you don't have the proper resources to help you in that department. But anyway, enough said with that. And then also, as you know, I made it through a wedding. Like, I am a little like upset that it couldn't be my version of a perfect wedding. I.e., I wanted it in an aquarium. I wanted it to be like a mermaid theme because, as you may or may not know about me, I have this, affinity towards the Little Mermaid. So that didn't work out the way that I wanted, but I made something great out of it. I had to replan in less than a week and a half, and I was able to make it so quaint and very personal to the people that were able to go. So that definitely overshadows all the crap that I went through this year. And then also, just I talk lightly about what my husband does for a living. And I will still talk that way until he's finished, but he's pretty much going to be done with that So I'm happy because now he can like just, you know, be home and be safe, and that's, I mean, that's priceless. So I'm glad that I was able to do that for him, i.e., getting a job, and you know, it was like a shocker because it was like in a mode of just like, ugh, you know, I was down in the dumps. I was like, who's gonna want me? I'm such a loser. But I, no joke, every day I had to kind of talk myself out of that because it was just really making me sad. But yeah, so I ended up getting a great job and enough for us to just pick up and get the heck out of there. So really happy about that. And then, of course, there's all the downside. You know, one of my main things that I was trying to learn for 2020 is letting go. Letting go is like the hardest thing you can do, especially if you've been in your lifelong used to these permanent figureheads in your life. And the problem with that, I was trying to find these people and expect them to do what I expected them to do, in the back of my head knowing that they wouldn't. That's not their personality, that's not their character. And for some reason I thought that maybe with the pandemic, maybe with my wedding, things would be different, and it wasn't, and it was horrible, and it was really horrible to let go. There's been many sad days where I literally would cry once a day because it's hard to let go. It's hard to let go of you know, things that you've always known from when you were little. And one of the things that I picked up in one of my therapy sessions years ago was if you have a relationship and you know it's not working the way that you want it to, you can do one of two things, and only one of two things. It's, you can look at it for what it is, know that you're not gonna get this out of it, and you can either accept it and then, you know, still keep it, knowing that like you've accepted how this relationship is, or you can just let it go. And I think my whole life I've kind of like did it the wrong way. I kept it, and then I kept trying to change it, and I kept trying to find different ways to get people involved in my life, and then, you know, just, I hate that like you find out things and then it's just devastating. Like, I wouldn't mind if someone just said, you know what, I really don't feel like it. Because then it'd be like, yeah, I could see that coming out of you. But then when it tries to, like, you know, for example, I don't care. I'm just going to say it anyway. You know why? Because I've got I was looking for some cervezas, and I ended up finding this sucker. It's probably backwards because I'm like filming backwards. I don't know, but like it's like absolute vodka soda. And I know you're supposed to have like sparkly stuff for New Year's Eve, and I'm by myself in this empty apartment with like a canvas chair and a sleeping bag and like 10 boxes filled with cleaning stuff and other stuff that I can't use for fun. Like plates, unless I smash them. If they're good plates, I wouldn't do that. And I don't think they would break if you smash them. And no, they're not Corel, unfortunately. But so I went to get some cervezas and some vodka for me. The cervezas are for the happy friendly movers that we asked very politely to help us with this weekend. And so I'm gonna try it. Happy New Year to me. Okay, so if you're lonely on New Year's Eve like me, just make pretend like it's midnight, or play this at midnight, and I'll count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good riddance 2020. God damn. Okay. Okay. Lime and cucumber. It tastes like it tastes like cucumber water with lime if it was sitting out in the sun for a while, for like maybe like weeks, and then you put it back in the stinking refrigerator and drank it. Okay. That was awful. How many? 5% alcohol. Okay, so that's still alcohol. So I'm just gonna have to like do some concoction here. This is my 24 mug. Jeff Gordon. Hashtag it. Sad. Okay. So I'm just gonna switch it up to absolute vodka. Why is it absolute? Because when you're mixing vodka, you don't need it to be fancy. And I just spent like $300 on at Target the other day for like kitchen and bathroom stuff. So I'll take absolute. Ah, I should have brought my stinking measure cup. So now we're just gonna like make it too crazy. It's only like, I think it's only maybe, I don't know what time it is. Wait. Oh shoot, that's sad. Okay, it's only like 6. But I sleep at 8 now because I just get tired. No, I'm not pregnant. And because I like to be early for work. I actually woke up. Oh, I'll have to tell you what happened last night. But I so woke up late. In my version of late, I was still on time for my early. So like I started at 7:30 and I showed up at work at like 7. But I woke up late and I freaking freaked out. Hopefully that's not horrible. You can't let it go to waste. Okay, so Red Bull. I was a little disappointed they didn't have the yellow one. If you haven't tried the yellow one, you need to get on that because this tastes like crap. But it doesn't taste as crappy as this. So I'm just gonna mix the crap over the crap and I'm gonna have a double crap, but it's gonna taste good because it's got crap on top of vodka. Oh, shenanigans. I'm gonna have to get my charger because my phone's gonna die. And the back. I got the charger. I'm in my bathroom. This is the only room that has the best light right now. So that was probably my plumbing, you can hear. But anyway, so I'm doing this video here. I don't care, I'm in my PJs, my hair is a mess, my face is a mess. There's a reason for that, and I'm gonna get to it. So what was I saying? Oh, letting go. Let me drink my tea before I spill the tea. It's better, but this I don't like this Red Bull. Ugh. It's so strong. The yellow one is tropical fruit. It tastes fabulous. But I didn't want to drive everywhere. I just wanted to go home, and I was so excited to go home and do nothing and talk to a mirror for, you know, maybe 30 minutes or so. But anyway, okay, letting go. I needed that. Example 1, and I think this will be the only one because there's just too much. There's too much to talk about that I haven't really like given the final release. Once I give the final release, I'll be able to move on because 2021 is just 5 hours away. Well, less than 7 hours away. What time is it? Less than 6 hours away. Yeah. So Red Bull is going to give my brain wings, so I'll be able to be on my feet. I usually leave my brain at the door, is what I always say in the past, and I should just say that. I like to not think about work or anything. Not that there's much to think about on your first like 2 weeks, but anyway, okay, so what happened? Okay, let me tell you. There is a very close person of mine that I love and adore that hasn't spoken to me for like 6 years because maybe my helpful advice may have been too strong for them or whatever. I'm sorry, but it's not like when you have a problem, I kind of like, I don't know, I can't be like, I'm sympathetic, but the way that I address it, it comes out like, because if you're doing something wrong, you're doing something wrong. What do you want me to say? Like, oh, that's okay. That's okay. You just murdered somebody. I'm sure their family will be fine with it. No, that's not what happened. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you do something that I think is wrong, it's wrong. And you should probably, check off all the boxes before you make any decisions, making your decision making a little worse. And the problem is, I was kind of in the middle of this situation for maybe like 2-3 years, just hearing about it. I was like the middleman sometimes, and it was awkward because I didn't want to like pick a side, although I knew what side I was supposed to pick. But like, I'm not gonna be like, to the other person, curse words, back off. Like, that's not nice. So I'm just here to listen. I'm here to listen one side talk crap about the other person, and the other person talk crap about the other. And I'm just like, this is wrong. This is wrong because I'm related to one. So like blood and blood, it's like whatever what they do, you have to stick with them. And, I did, but how do you like kind of be like, no, you don't talk about them like that. Da, 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 da. I was just listening at this point. And then when I opened my mouth, they didn't like it. So I was like, crap. So 5-6 years later, nothing. Okay. And then they're crying a river saying that I'm not the one talking. What are you talking about? I have receipts. I can tell you that I texted you XYZ. Oh, be careful out in the snow. And then I get nothing after that. Okay, great. But anyway, so via a couple of videos that I had to go, and I said scapegoat. Well, I invited said person to my wedding from the beginning because I actually did evites, which is horrible because no one cares. And then I did these really nice, pretty physical invites to people out of state, and then people that didn't really do technology. So for certain, this invite was sent out from the very beginning, because I wanted it out of my way, and I didn't know how long it was going to take. Apparently priority mail takes 2 days, so whatever. But yeah, that was in. You're invited. But because I at the time I wasn't a rich person anyway, living in New York City, I made money, but do you know how much it costs to live in New York City? Your whole damn salary. So yeah, I'm not gonna invite your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your whatever, if I've never met them, I've never like had a conversation with them, and I didn't even know you had one. Like, it was like whatever. So I put down people's names for these, for this occasion, because I knew who they were. I knew they wouldn't mind. Was I wrong? Yes. Who knew? Who knew that like inviting who you wanted at your wedding was a big problem? But anyway, so this is the odd story. We're talking about it, quarantine, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we can still go. Oh, I'm going to bring my fiance. No, girlfriend. No. He said friend. Friend. And that could mean a boatload of things, because if someone's not talking to me for like 5-6 years, It could be a friend, it could be the same girlfriend, it could be a new girlfriend. Do I know? No. Do I care? No. All I know is that I specifically wrote names and there was not a +1, and you didn't ask me, you just said, I'm gonna bring a friend. Oh crap. So what do I gotta do? I gotta get a second room because I was going to clump family members together in certain rooms, knowing that it's a double queen, and I'm like, okay, well, I can't have this Joe Schmo with some, you know, family member of mine in another room with a couple of family members of mine, because that's gonna be weird. And so I got another room. I didn't even say anything. I was already dealing with quarantine stuff that I didn't even say, hey, you didn't even ask, but okay. I just said, okay, sure, fine. And then on top of that, and this is a good example because this just exploded into something horrible for something that was very important to me. I asked this person to freaking walk me down. Like, did you know what the response was? Well, it's up to you. Let me tell you, there are a few people in my circle that know, growing up, you know, growing up in a Filipino family, you better want to be a doctor. Like, I'm not even add the other 4 important careers you could probably have in a Filipino family, but you better grow up wanting to be a doctor. You know what I wanted to grow up to be? I wanted to be a mom. I wanted to be a family member. I wanted to, you know, screw college and just get married. But just to make everything all like, you know, by the book, I guess, I decided to go to college. But I picked the awful, I didn't pick one of the 5, so that's where I already screwed up, but it's neither here nor there. But anyway, but I always pictured kind of what my wedding was going to be. I didn't picture like what it would look like and what I'd wear and like all that other stuff. Like, I didn't really think of that. I thought about who was going to be there and what they were going to do. And I always envisioned this person to walk me down, because it was always me and this person from the beginning, when times were so tough, and it meant a lot to me. And you know, yeah, I haven't spoken to them in like 5-6 years, but that didn't matter because you can't erase blood. It's just, it's there. You're always gonna have your family, even though like letting go is like the theme of this year. But so when you're saying like it's up to you, like, what do you mean it's up to you? I'm asking you. Okay, so I just said, because I have no time for this BS. I gotta freaking make sure like this pandemic thing is not ruining my wedding anyway. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna take that as a no. So that was a no. Simultaneously, I asked their daughter to be a bridesmaid, and it took a kind of second question because I didn't understand by, oh, I'm so flattered, if that's, oh, I'm so flattered but no, or oh, I'm so flattered yes. So I needed a clarification, and she said yes. So I was like, okay, yes. So it worked out because people on my side, I thought people on my husband's side were going to be flaky. People on my side, which were the majority of the guests, they were the most flakiest people and back and forth people and hypocritical people that, like, it was such a hard time, which is why I was like crying every day, because they wouldn't give me like just one day. It was always something. Sorry. 3, 2, 1. It was just another lie, or another, like, I would find out things. So what you said to me just like a day ago doesn't even make sense now. But anyway, so it worked out because she became my bridesmaid, and I was just gonna have her walk down with him. So he was in the wedding party. And then this whole thing came about. I don't know what happened. I don't know what the conversation is with what, where, why. I think maybe my dad had something to do with it. But the conversation of rehearsal dinner came up. And my dad was saying to me, well, who's going? And I said, the people in my wedding. And they're like, oh, so are you going to invite this person's girlfriend? I was like, girlfriend? First of all, they said friend. Second of all, like, why? And my dad didn't know at the time that it worked out because I made him walk down with his daughter anyway, so he was now in the wedding party. But because I'm so like this with my dad, I was just like, I'm not even tell you that part. I'm just gonna tell you that it's my thing, and if I choose not to have this person there, then that's the end of it. But no, it wasn't, because they were like, oh, this is a once in a lifetime thing, and you're gonna regret not doing it. Do I regret it now? Hell no. But what's the big diff? Like, he got the invite to the wedding. That's the important part. Who gives a crap about the rehearsal dinner? Nobody. Except for the people that want to drink and have food. So, yeah, like, it was just this huge argument. And then I get some random text, and it was to like 2 chats. Chats to my parents and my immediate family, and then a chat with the rest of the whole family. And 2 of them kind of said the same thing, but kind of different. And mind you, at the time I was devastated, so I only read like a first few lines, and then I didn't read the rest. And then when I went over to read it, because my response was like, okay, it was very short and simple. It was like, okay, thank you for letting me know, because now I gotta unbook the hotel room. I read it again, and it said that, oh, the only reason why I'm invited anyway is because my father had to convince me. And I'm just like, first of all, on this God-given earth, mind you, I'm the black sheep of the family. I've never listened to a single word my father has ever said to me. I'm not gonna start today. Nope. And I didn't, because I argued with him about inviting some random that I didn't even know of, that wasn't even invited, that wasn't even asked to be invited, to be part of a, it might have been like $130 plate. Like, are you kidding me? No. No. That was a bad day. That was bad. I literally punched the wall, and I almost fainted. That was a bad day. But anyway, I haven't punched a wall in a long time, so progress. Really long, really long. Yes, pre-therapy. But anyway, so that was the text to the general family chat. And I had to say something, and I wasn't going to, because I wanted the family members to know. They already know that he doesn't talk to me. They already know that he doesn't really talk to everybody else, but he expects to have like an invite all the time. It's not gonna happen if you don't check it. And mind you, like, I was contacting people even before the pandemic at least once a week, just to see how everybody's doing, because I feel like being in New York City, I'm so alone, and it's a different state of mind, and I just wanted to keep my family close. And I feel like I wasted so, you know how long it takes, like a minute to reply to a text message, which apparently family doesn't believe in either. It takes actually a week for them, or you know, between a day or a week, depending who it is, but like, or never. But like, I would sit there and I would take the minute to text message this person, and you know, like I say, it's so quick to send a text message, but when you're doing it for your family, sorry, I did not curse. That stuff adds up. So I'm taking a good chunk of my day today to see how you're doing, and that's out of the goodness of my heart. So whatever they do, I don't care anymore. I really don't care. Like, I cried me a river for like 9 months, and I'm over it. So anyway, I went off topic. I responded back and I said, no, you actually received the first round of physical invitations, and you were invited. I don't know if I added the hoopla about you just decided to add a +1, blah, 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 it doesn't matter. But in the other chat with my parents and then I read it. And check this out. They said that not only did I not want him to go, but I'm the reason why his fiance broke up with him. And I was probably crazy already with the pandemic stuff and like just being devastated that people were dropping off like flies, but then I would see their social media and they're going all over the dang place. But like, how dare you? I haven't spoken to you in like 5-6 years. Are you gonna blame me for losing your fiance? One, I didn't even know you had a fiance. How did a friend, you say she's just a friend, but she wasn't. She was not just a girlfriend. This person was a full-out fiance. My bad. I must have missed it out of the no phone calls that I've received for like 5-6 years. So not only am I responsible, not only did I not want this person there, which is whatever, no, at the time, he could have committed murder and I would have still invited him to my wedding because ride or die, family forever, that's how it is. But now you're gonna blame me for your life story that I didn't even know existed? Now you're done. I said some stuff. I said this is all BS. I even laughed. I was like, ha, I just read the rest of your BS and I'm done. I'm done because I was just sitting here in the pandemic trying to reach out to every person that I knew and cared and loved about just to see how their day was doing, and I literally received either crap, no response, or some BS excuse for everything. And I heard the chatter. I was returned the chatter from the background saying, why is she doing this? Why that? I'm like, didn't I just tell everybody why I was doing this? Did it not matter? Like, sorry if my biological clock was ticking and I had to do it. Sorry. And as you can see, like, it's still a problem. So who knows? Maybe they win and I never, it doesn't work. But that I should not worry about. It is what it is, and I did what I did, and I said what I said, and I'm done. Amen. And doesn't matter anyway, because if I stop texting, if I stop calling, crickets on the other side. Till this day, I have heard none. And that just proved my point. What am I gonna do? Wait to push off my wedding for a year? For who? People that don't even give a rat's behind to see how I'm doing? I'm living in the city. I'm unemployed. Well, I was unemployed. My husband was going out there risking his life, which no one cares about. In fact, the whole world doesn't care about. Like, so what am I pushing off a wedding for? For who? For you? Sorry, not sorry. I had the best wedding day ever. I mean, yeah, it could have been different, but it wasn't. This is what happens in life. This is my whole life. My whole life, I've been shortchanged. I've been used as a doormat, and I keep coming back and doing the same thing. And as they say, you can't do the same thing and expect a different result. So I'm pulling out. So this is my 2020 goodbye. Sorry, you're not gonna see the same Josie that you used to know. She's gone. You've totally destroyed her. This is the new me now. And it was really tough. And like I said, I'm definitely gonna have to go back because like it's wearing. This whole situation is wearing. It's wearing on the regular person. It's wearing on the worst possible person, mentally or physically. And I'm not even anywhere near that, and it almost destroyed me as a person. Like I I remember being so cheerful, and that's just gone, you know, and I have to rebuild that again. Like I want my great mornings to mean great morning, and I don't want to think in the back of my head, oh, I wish I can talk to them and see how they're doing. But at the same time, it's like, why even bother? Because they're not thinking about you. So let it go. So that was the thing that I learned this year. It was very hard and very saddening, but I'm happy with where I am in my life, and I'm happy knowing that only I can allow this stuff to happen to me now. Like, I still love my family, but I just gotta accept the kind of relationship that I've always had, and I have to stop trying to make it more than what it was, because there's no sense, right? For me to think that my relationship with them was like this when it was only like this when I had a car, or like this when I reached out, or like this when I, you know, was the one driving there, or, you know, taking the train there, or whatever. I just have to stop extending myself so thin that I forget to work on me. And, you know, some people may think that's selfish, but you can't put yourself out there for other people if you don't keep in touch with yourself. So cheers to that. Oh dear, I gotta turn off the heat. The alcohol's warming my blood. Either that or the topic. Okay, so that was something that I learned for 2020. For 2021, mark my words, this is going to be a thing, because I was doing good. Like, not too long ago, I was practicing for the marathon, and then some weird health stuff was happening, so I kind of was scared of doing it, but I was at least working out like 5 days a week. And then the pandemic hit, and then I totally blew up. Like, I'm not fat or anything. Well, according to my doctor, I'm overweight. So the goal was to get it down at least, and I'm going to say it anyway, because I don't care. It's just weight. Like, I still like me. But, so at the time I was like 141, and my doctor said that for my height, I am overweight. So I would probably want to lose like 10, 15 pounds. And then, for me, because I'm an overachiever, I was gonna stop at 15, because that would make me at 125. I want to be like college weight. I mean, not beginning of college weight, because beginning of college weight was like 105. But I was thinking more of 115. 115 would allow me to keep the clothes that I have, because I do not like buying. I hate shopping. Like, look, this was a gift. Alright, everything that I probably wear is a gift. I'm like the worst female ever, I think. I don't know. I just don't care. I want to, but I don't know. But, that's probably what we didn't get. I just got a message. Anyway, yeah, so I just want to fit back in my old clothes. That would be fun. Plus, I had some really cute pieces that I used to wear, and I just want to wear it again. And it's not going to happen, because I feel like I was the late bloomer, and I think after the beginnings of college, I started to get hips. And I think that started the whole, oh shoot, I'm not a 0 anymore. But at this point, I'm an 8. I'm an 8. I said it. I don't care. But I do want to be healthy, considering, yeah, I do want to have kids, so that's probably important as I drink my alcohol. And listen, if you are on my Facebook page, or, yeah, I post a lot of deep fried stuff. Don't let that fool you. Don't let my fat foodies fool you, because 5 days out of the week, you know, I'm eating like pretty healthy stuff, so that kind of sucks. I mean, it's pretty good actually, but I'd rather be eating like not deep fried stuff, although I've done it, but like, you know, pasta. I love Italian food. So anyway, I suffer for 5 days and then I make it up on the weekend. Unfortunately, starting this job, because I've been put up in a hotel for a week and then I have this apartment for a week, I've just been either ordering or eating my emergency meals, i.e. ramen, canned soup, whatever's easy. I mean, I'm like a soldier. I can eat like, you know, dehydrated crap forever if I had to. But yeah, I mean, who wants to eat healthy? So I haven't been eating healthy lately, and I can feel it, like, so once I get all my stuff in here, I could probably work out again, although I'm on the top floor, so I feel bad. I'm gonna have to do something about that. So mark my words, 2021, I'm gonna try to work on the weight. I wanna like run again. I can run for a long time. I just hate running. Isn't that weird? 3, 2, 1. I mean, I can run, but I hate running, so I'll probably complain about it every step of the way. But once I start getting to run, and it's like, okay, run as long as you can, I can do that. That's fine. Although I tried to run on my honeymoon when we went to the gym in Aruba, and I could only do 5 minutes. Not even. I was dying. So from training for a marathon, it was a half marathon. Whoa, let's stand corrected, a half marathon. And I was running every day at least 5 miles. At least. I think I got up to 8 miles. Yeah. And then some weird stuff was happening, and so I never made it to the half. But anyway, so I can do that. I just have to do that. I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna go back onto my, once everything's all settled in and I have my kitchen stuff. I thought I brought the box with pots and I didn't. That's the other reason why I've been ordering and stuff. But, I'm gonna go back to my normal foods, and it's actually foods that are supposed to help you conceive. I just Googled it. It might be a wives' tale, but who knows. So I'm doing that. Now also for 2021, the weight, the food, and then I gotta pick up some languages again because I know broken everything. I know broken French, barely broken Japanese, very broken Spanish, and unfortunately I can only understand my family's language. They're from the Philippines, they speak Tagalog. I can only understand some things they say if it's things that I've heard over and over again, probably when my mom's yelling at me or whatever. But like, I should learn that. It's way too long, and I'm tired of like just having these Zoom things with my family or Facebook video chats, and I just can't say anything and they don't talk to me. Mark my words, at least Tagalog I'm gonna learn for sure. But I love French though. It's like, and I knew a lot of it, I just don't remember it anymore because who speaks French in stinking New Jersey? Anyway, so that's my 2021. We'll see, because I'm gonna watch this video December 2021 and be like, yes, I did that. I did the health, I did the working out, I did the languages. Mark my words. Okay. So now I can move on to what happened last night. I had the strangest dream, like no joke. I mean, my alarm goes off at 4:40 a.m. and I was doing fine. I don't know what happened. This morning, I heard it. I turned it off. If I do that, I normally get up like 10 minutes later. But I shot up at like 6:10 or something like that. And only because I had the weirdest dream. Okay, I'm 37. I haven't been in high school since 18. And 17 actually. I turned 18 the July after graduation. But so last night I had a dream, and I was walking out with my mix of friends from after, like maybe from work life, and then friends from high school, maybe some friends from college. Either way, I don't recognize a single damn face, and I don't even think I knew any of them really in my life, but I felt internally like, oh, this is so and so, and they went to school with me. So we're all walking to some lounge or something. We're all like, it must be like one of those strip places where, you know, you just walk down the street and you can go to this bar and whatever, and there's houses, like the Shore. I'll say, maybe that. And Jersey Shore, for anybody that's not from Jersey. So we're walking and we bump into this group of people, and they're guys, right? And I look up and I'm like, holy crap, you used to be my teacher. Lord. So that's weird. I bumped into my teacher in my dream, and I'm from a traditional Filipino family, so there's respect in elders automatically, which I don't believe in. I think you have to earn it. But that's how I did, and at least I hopefully did, to my teachers growing up. So I've always seen them as the grown-ups, the teachers. That's it. You're nothing else. We're not gonna shop talk. You don't know about my life. Oh, yeah, growing up a Filipino too. We're not gonna dispense my life stories to you. We're not allowed to talk about it, especially if it's not a good one. So, yeah, but bumping into them at my age now, but it felt like maybe I was in my 20s or something, in my dream. So that was just so awkward for me, because I was like, oh, you're supposed to be cool now, or am I supposed to be okay now? Because I'm older. I don't know. I don't understand how it works, but like, yeah, nice seeing you. But no, my friends wanted to hang out because, oh yeah, I remember him, and we're gonna hang out because it's okay now. I'm like, okay, I mean, I guess. So I'm just, you know, everybody's like lounging, talking and stuff, and I'm like talking with my friends, and then they start talking. We all start talking about my stinking YouTube channel. I'm serious, like I'm not trying to promote or anything, but like, it was just so awkward. And it shouldn't, because I'm now in the public eye, so I shouldn't care. 141, 37 years old, it's out there. But yeah, they're all talking about it, and they're like, yeah, I watch you, and I remember you, and you know, like I remember how you used to be like this and this and this, and it was just so weird, because I'm very good at compartmental. I don't even know the word right now. I think I'm buzzed. I don't really drink anymore, so I'm pretty good at separating my life, like, at least now, because homegirl learned a good lesson in New York, because they can't handle anything. But like, my people at work are never gonna know my life outside of work, and vice versa. I don't think anybody has ever seen me like serious. my close friends think I'm like a goofball all the time, which is frustrating, especially when you're planning a wedding. But yeah, so it's just, I feel uncomfortable because homegirl in my 20s was a party girl, and I don't think anybody really knew that. At least not the probably like 5 subscribers that are on here. Anyway, so yeah, but that's the setting now. So I'm like trying to have a good time, but at the same time, I'm like, ooh, I think my dad's watching. Not really, just older people. But that's so funny because my whole life, like, I think I work better with older people. It's not a thing. I'm not trying to peg you as ancient. It's just the age. You're old. Sorry. I'm older now, so at some point I'm gonna have to say that stuff to me. But like, I've always worked for people like, you know, older people, 40 and up. And I get along with them better. They mostly don't play games, and they're easier to work with. They understand what you gotta do. They obviously have experienced life, so it's like I do get along with them, but I don't like to party with them. And that was the whole situation. It was so weird, and it was fine until they were talking about the YouTube, and it made me uncomfortable because it's like, yeah, I don't really need to know what you see when you're watching. Weird dream. And then also, like, it got awkward when I was looking at them, like, with their group of friends, and they were, like, doing some coke. Like, what kind of a dream is that? What kind of, like, I don't do drugs. I don't even fill out my prescription when I get a boo-boo or something. And my doctor wants me to get some pills and stuff. But, like, yeah, they were doing coke and they were shooting up, and I was just like, I mean, are you balancing out? But I gotta bounce out because, like, I just don't do that. Kids do not do drugs. That's just bad. I'm normally high on life. Hasn't been that way for quite some time, but I'm gonna get there again. Trust me. With these wings, I'm gonna fly to my high life. Not drink High Life by Miller. That's not a plug. So I was over it, and I'm like telling my friends, we gotta go. Okay, we gotta go. Josie says, we gotta go, we gotta go. So we were leaving, and I was talking to the teach. And I was trying to be polite. I was just like, yeah, you know, like, either we were trying to go home or we were trying to go somewhere and we just didn't want to miss it or something. And, you know, because I'm me and I'm weird and lame, I was like, yeah, you know, I'm so sorry if I ever was, like, difficult in the past. I said, you know, my dad was just horrible, and I was just so angry, and, you know, like, yeah, no, and it was like one of those, like, hand over the shoulder things. I'm just like, no, it's okay, like, trust me, blah blah blah. I don't remember what they were saying. I just wanted out of there, and I just want you off me. New to drugs, none. And then I left, and then word on the street, one of my high school friends, I guess, that like took forever to catch up, was like, oh yeah, by the way, teacher person was totally upset that you didn't really say goodbye. I'm like, what do you mean? Did I not say goodbye? And because my memory sucks. And 2, I think I'm just socially awkward sometimes if it comes to like being uncomfortable. I was like, oh crap, you're like, really? Maybe I didn't. And I was like, all right, I gotta go text this person now, because, you know, I happen to have their number. I don't even know, maybe they gave it to me. It's a dream, doesn't matter. So I'm like, let me text them. So I get my phone out thinking that it's my phone. Mind you, I have the Samsung Note 10 Plus, not that I'm plugging that, but it's recording me right now, so I can't show it to you. Um, but I thought that this phone I grabbed out was my phone, but it wasn't. It was a freaking flip phone. It was probably like a, I don't know, those old Verizon free ones that you get. Was that Samsung, LG? I don't know. Anyway, it was big too, so I thought it was my phone, but like, hold on a second, this is not my phone. And mind you, I'm thinking about this dream as I shot up awake, and then I have like 30 minutes to get ready for work and head out the door, and then when I finally get to work and I'm parking and I'm done and I'm like, that wasn't even my phone. I don't know what goes through my head after the fact too. It was just a damn dream. Why am I thinking about it? But that's what I do my whole life. I take these instances in life and I dissect it, because why, I don't know. So I'm trying to dissect my dream, and I'm like, that wasn't even my phone. How did I get it? And then right where I woke up was right when I was gonna like start finding, like maybe I left my phone there. I don't know. So that was my dream, and I don't know why it threw me off, but like my memory is pretty bad, like to where I definitely need to check it out. So why, like there are things in my life, a lot of things in my life I don't remember, and then there's things that just happened to me that I don't remember. I had my wedding, I had a video made for my wedding. Video made from my wedding? The buzz is setting in. And yeah, so for the life of me, why is it after 2 decades I'm thinking of people that I've never seen after, and it's just like, what are you doing to my life, shaking it up right now? Because I have no TV, I have no internet, I have my phone, but the signal, like we moved to a dead zone, which is great, but at the same time my signal really, mind you, I have Sprint and I'm pissed off because they merged with T-Mobile and T-Mobile sucks. So let's just say that it's a dead zone, and generally maybe phones suck, or maybe because it's a dead zone and T-Mobile also sucks, but whatever. So it now takes me forever to load these videos, by the way. I have to set it at night and then hopefully see it ready to go in the morning. But that was just a strange dream. It's very stressful. Because what's in the past is in the past. There are so many, I mean, I didn't live like the most fabulous life. I had a very rough first 18 years of my life. And then the next 18. So this is why I was banking on 2020 being the change, because at the time I was 36. So my first 18, my first half of my life was horrible. The second half of it was, it could have been better, but I was too much in my head and too angry to make it better. And then the next 18, I said 2020, and I said it on my Facebook in December 2019, which is probably why I jinxed it. I'm probably the reason why this whole thing happened, because I'm bad luck. But like I said, 2020 is gonna be the first year of my third 18 bank of years. That's going to be the better chapter. I like writing. I'm working on a book. But anyway, so I was thinking chapters, like these first 2 was my stepping stones to become where I am now. A lot better than I was before. Believe it or not. But it wasn't. 2020 just really sucked, and I was like, oh, this is a good start to my damn chapter. But anyways, how am I gonna remember things that I don't even think about, and they just pop in your head? And this happens all the time. You know what's a nightmare? When you have a dream and it's of an ex that you like thought was the worst, and then you just like don't even talk about it. You blocked after day one of the breakup, deleted the number, deleted all the photos off the phone, deleted and blocked off Facebook. You even like, oh yeah, I remember that person after having someone else tell you about it. Like, those are nightmare dreams. I'm not saying that the teacher dream is a nightmare dream, actually. I think that was pretty kind of cool, but awkward considering the drug part. Imagine they did take drugs. I can see it though. Kids are horrible sometimes. I wasn't horrible. At least I don't think so. I might have been, maybe. Who knows? But yeah, so that's what happened last night, and it may have meant nothing to any of you out there, but to me that totally like rattled my day, because I was just like, what? What? Who am I gonna dream of next? Who's gonna pop in my dream and just be like, hello? So, as this is already going to be like an hour-long video, for those that are alone for New Year's Eve, you are not alone. You are watching me, and I'm here, and I'm feeling your spirit just reaching out, saying, damn, this girl is so... But that's fine, because, you know, soon enough I'll have my life together after this weekend, and then I can go back to normal things. But I'm excited because now that I have an actual work life, I may be able to do more Josieism videos where I can complain about things. You always want to let that out. If you feel something, just put it out there, because you don't need that in you. Toxic. But yeah, so I'm gonna cut this video now before I start rambling for another hour. But those are the things that I wanted to share with you all before the new year starts. I wanted to cleanse the evil spirits from me and just become more open to all the positive things that are gonna happen to me in my life. And I want to share that with you because I would want you to release all the evils and the pains and the heartaches in your life to make room for the good things. So leave a comment below, anything that you want to say, let it out. Who cares? Like, you know, life is not perfect. You show me someone that's living their best life and has everything to the T, and I will totally punch in the face. Joking. I will just, like, you know, be like, yeah, right. No, there's not a one, because there's either a tooth crooked or, like, you know, maybe a misplaced book or towel somewhere that they freak out on. I mean, it's just not. That's just not how life should be. Life is raw, and it's gruesome and hard and horrible, and it's this way so that you can overcome it. I mean, that's the reasons for having crap in your life, because some people can either, you know, succumb to their weaknesses and let it control you, or you can go out there and be like, bring it. You know, I'm a Jersey girl, and for a second I thought I was a New Yorker, but it took a minute for me to say, Josie, you are not a loser. You're gonna find that job, and you're going, and I would say that to myself. Some days I would be like, Josie, you are a loser. And then I would have to, like I said, pull myself out and say, Josie, you're not a loser. You have good things coming to you if you just get yourself out. No one's gonna get yourself out. Don't wait for those 5 to 6 years people that don't talk to you to make you feel better. Don't wait for maybe your horrible relationships that you have that you try to think will change. They're not going to change. You know what can change? You can change, because only you can decide that for you. You can't decide that for anybody else. I'd wish on a falling star or a million falling stars that I can get each single family member that I feel like I've lost to turn their head around and say, you know, what do you need? Like, how are you doing? But I'm not gonna sit here and wait, because if I wait, you know, I could be missing out on a kid right now. Maybe, we'll see. But you know, just do you and be happy about it and make 2021 count for you, because at the end of the day, you're gonna end up in the bathroom by yourself. Everybody does it. You're not gonna bring your best friend. You're not gonna bring your significant other. You may bring your dog or your cat, but that's why they're fabulous to have. Maybe a cup of some alcohol. I normally have wine these days. I used to pound this stuff back in the day, but you may have that, and that's all you have. So get used to you. Get used to you being the loser you, the happy you, the sad you, the angry you, and then turn it around. Turn it where you wanted to go. It's gonna take you maybe 9 months of unemployment here, and it may take longer than that. But every day, think of something else that you can be doing. This is what I thought I could be doing, rather than, you know, sitting quiet watching, you know, staring at my wall all day. Hustle it out. I mean, I created my Etsy store. I'm knitting like some old hag. I'm doing my nails, you know, and I'm making these videos because, you know, I just don't want to feel like I'm doing nothing. Like, I want to do something, and I want to share something, and I want to show everybody that, you know, you can be in the most uncomfortable positions in life, but make do of it. So thank you for watching me on this channel, and I know these videos are rare, so hopefully I haven't annoyed someone for too long. But let's ring in the new year, and I'll see you all next year, and hopefully we can all look at it in a more positive light. If not, we can at least laugh at it. So thanks for watching Isms by Josie. Please like, share, and subscribe for new videos, and I hope to see you again in a couple of days, but I feel like that might be delayed because my stuff is in a box back in New York City. So, yeah, I'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye.